Hello folks, this is XFireMH, aka the Angry Cyborg. Yeah, tutorial series. Hehehehe. Ugh. No, seriously, I've been meaning to do this for a while because I kept getting people asking me, how the heck do I animate this, how I animate that, and whatnot, so forth, yada yada yada. This is kind of a request from a guy named Pixel Nova. You might know of him of making that Rio vs. Dragoon video. I might have, shared with some people. I don't know. Anyways, I've been giving this guy advice, for a while now, due to circumstances of what I've been doing with, for my life recently and whatnot. And the only closest I ever did was, give him advice of what to do and what not to do and whatnot. And with my current life stuff, I feel like it was more appropriate to actually, start a tutorial series this year. And it helps to give, back to my audience for the most part, because some people want to learn how to animate like I do, and basically I'm a bad teacher for the most part. I mostly just do things, so I kind of figured, maybe just make a walkthrough series, where I kind of do things at a slow pace, and basically just, if anybody wants to learn my skill for the most part, they'll have to patiently, follow my every move for the most part. And plus, I speak English, and Pixel Nova speaks Italian for the most part, so there's no way, my words can actually, I don't think my words can actually reach him that much. I mean, he does understand English for the most part, or is he just using a Google Translator? I don't really know, I don't really care, but still, the dude looks up to me, and this is pretty much the best, I can come up with to, that's close to, sharing my skills, for the next generation or whatnot. Well, you know what I mean, right? Right? Please keep this in mind, though. Due to the malfunctions of the headset you're listening to me speak right now, with having some errors and whatnot, I had to use a low-quality mic just to, help me to record without the headset, stopping in mid-speech and whatnot, because the headset you're listening to right now does that, so just bear with me, I'm afraid. Yes, I know, you're gonna get some, fuzzy, choppy, maybe even muffled up, sound, for the rest of this video, but I had no choice. Just bear with me, alright? Also, I only speak English, so if I have any people that speak Spanish or Italian, like Pixel Nova, for example, just follow my every move, okay? You don't, I mean, if you can't understand my words, through my, vocals or voice or whatnot, just follow my every mood, okay? But if you do understand English and whatnot, then there you go. Problem solved, and I don't have to worry about it, Well, By the way, quick question. You are paying attention, right? Right? If not, then... You awake now? Good, because I'm going to throw more of these jump scares in just to make sure you guys are paying attention. Yes, I know, this is going to be a long tutorial, and I can't really help it because of how I decided to construct this tutorial in the first place. I'm not a great teacher, I'll say that, but I do have methods to my madness. If you want to learn to make interesting animations like this, or this, yeah, you can call me crazy if you want to, but believe me when I say that I have methods to my madness. Wouldn't want any of you peeps going lazy on the job now, would we? These jump scares are only a method used to, keep you guys awake and stay focused on while I try to teach my lessons. And they are avoidable as long as you stay focused and pay attention, that is. Oh, but don't worry, you'll get enough notice when the jump scare is coming, and that'll give you time to act and be ready. Hey, that's the method to my madness, people. If you want to learn the ways of the X-Fire, you're gonna have to take it like a man and follow through. I plan to push you hard in this tutorial series, and I don't tend to hold back. Well, in most cases that is, except this video, but Okay, this is getting longer than I expected, and we have over an hour's worth of content to get through, so let's just jump right into it now. Episode 0. Sprite libraries. And the important lesson of keeping the environment clean and healthy. Together we will make a more organized desktop. Hello everybody, this is XFireMH, and I am, here to make a quick tutorial series of, well, more like a walkthrough, watch and do type series, because I'm not really good at tutorials, and I'm pretty sure there's probably plenty of tutorials out there that kind of feature making, sprite animations in Flash/Animate out there. So here, this is basically gonna be a tutorial series of how I animate, and you guys can just follow along and watch me do it for the most part. Anyways, what we're gonna do is, we're actually gonna make a sprite animation. This is episode 0, of my, my little quick tutorial series of you to follow along and learn as I animate, something cool for the most part. Anyways, this is episode 0 which this one's gonna be called, making like a sprite library. Now, a library. Sprite library, I'll probably have this like, edit up later, but a sprite library is basically something where you can basically, make and store, animations for the most part that'll help you later down the road for the most part. But yeah, it's basically like a library a file that holds like animations, like say for example, jumping in a run cycle and combo sets for the most part. So that way it's much more easier to like use for later, down the roads for the most part. Anyways, for this tutorial series, we're gonna make a sprite library using a Mario sheet I got off DeviantArt for the most part. Probably a link to this, sprite sheet will be in the description below. But anyways, here's the stuff you're going to need for this tutorial or follow along for now. Is basically you're going to need you're going to need either one or two things, either paint.net or GIMP for the most part. I'm going to be using paint.net, if you want to follow along. But anyways, what we're going to do here right now is we're going to open paint.net first. Just follow along for the most part. Anyways, I'm probably gonna put this like into like the description. So if you have this, sheet out, just take this and just put into paint.net for the most part. And here's for the most part. Anyways, okay. So we got ourselves like a sprite sheet that basically will have like any type of move you would see in a Smash Brothers game for the most part. What we need for the most part is idles, jumps, hurts, combos. What. For this one, we're just going to put in like an idle, like a walk cycle, a run cycle, and maybe one or two combos, maybe 3 combos for the most part. Basically, most of the important stuff. We'll work on the flex in another tutorial video for the most part. But anyways, next, we're gonna open Adobe Animate next. So I'm just gonna open that, Adobe Animate. Now, okay, if anybody asks, where to get Adobe Animate, I would say just get on the Adobe Animate, the Adobe site for the most part, the adobe.com, because, I mean, if you know any other sources of where to find Adobe, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for that, but you're not going to. I'm probably going to just, link Adobe Animate to the original Adobe site because, for me, that's the moral thing to do, and I know Adobe is Adobe, and Adobe is the worst person on the planet right now, but still, I'm still being civil about this. So if you know another way to get Adobe Animate for the most part, which I am going to be using for this one, I would say by all means go on ahead. All right, next we're going to go to Create New. Just follow along as much as possible. Create New. If it will load, and this will pop up for the most part. Now then, since this is a sprite library, we're gonna, we're probably just gonna do, let's see here. Okay, I would say here, okay. For this one, we're going to go full HD, but before we do that, I want to make sure. Okay, so these right here, this is basically the width and height we're gonna want for this, sprite library for the most part. And for this tutorial, I'm going to push your limits a little bit. Set this frame rate to like 40, 40.00 right here. See that right here, 40.00. If you haven't set it yet, do it right now. I will count back to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so when you have all this set right here, all this set right here, actually, blah blah blah. We're gonna click, full HD and hit create, and this will pop up for the most part. Now we're gonna go to properties. We're gonna set. We're gonna like now. Okay, so this right here, this basically the document send right here. If you ever want to change your frame rate, you would go right here. But for here, I highly advise you guys to like use 40 frames per second. This right here will change your frame rate to like say 50, but for this tutorial we're gonna go for 40. Now this right here is basically the faster the number okay, the higher the number, the faster the time of the animation will go. The frames per second. How many frames per second. So let's see. Oh yeah, if you go to the timeline like right here. So I have this popped up right here. See these frames right here? This is a second right here, so up to 40, that's 1 second. Okay, click on the canvas right here, back to properties. And right here is the width and height. If you want to change the width and height, but we're not going to touch that at all, so I wouldn't touch it at all, so I'm going to lock that real quick. So, alright, so next we're going to do right here is right here, we're going to put that up to like Okay, if you haven't done that yet, let's see here. Okay, let me just redo this real quick, just for any first timers like following me in this tutorial. If you have if you're on a desktop or whatnot, I would say okay, just click this right here, this keyframe right here, and hit F5, and that'll expand it. Clicking on F6 will break the frames in half, and F7 will break the frames in half again, but it won't continue any animation as it goes, but we'll probably learn that more later in episode 1 or so on and so forth. But anyways, we're going to double click this. I'm going to hit this like, I don't know, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because this is a sprite library. We're not going to do actual animation. We're just going to make, graphic clips, of character. Now, for this one, we're going to be using Mario for this part right here. So we're going to go into paint.net, where we have the Mario, the Mario sprite sheet we have right here, which is made by this lovely guy right here. Find this guy on DeviantArt. I'll probably link it to him, and if it's not there for some dumb reason, I'll just make like, I don't know, a private file for my DeviantArt. I don't know. Anyways, I'm done blabbing. So anyways, we're gonna go right. Okay, so we're gonna go right here to this little wand tool right here. So click that, and then move your cursor over the blue part right here. Hold Shift or whatever it's called on a Mac keyboard. Hold Shift and click on the blue part right here. Oh, okay. So I just noticed right here that it's kind of like going over the lines. We don't want that, so we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna change the tolerance down to 0, and it'll just go around it. It'll only affect the color selected. So hit delete because we don't want that. So yeah, you can like save this if you want to for later, but I would recommend just don't save it in this one. And we're gonna like let's see here. Okay, so because of the structure of this this sprite sheet, I mean it's gonna be a little bit wonky. So let's see, idle. Let's grab like the first three sprites of idle A right here, because because look right here, his facial expressions are different. So yeah, this sprite sheet is like designed differently, so we're just gonna like pick the best idle. So we're gonna pick the battle animation. We're gonna go to Adobe Animate. We're gonna like right click and paste and center, because there's nothing to paste in place. So now this is like a graphic click for the most part, so we don't really want that. So we're gonna like click on this, go to modify right here, see that, go down to bitmap, trace bitmap. And make sure you have the trace bitmap settings to like this. This is a thing that Shadow64 showed me in a live stream I did not too long ago. We're all trying to make recordings of this. So anyways, make sure it's all set like this, and many colors, pixels. See, I'll give you a few seconds to like set that up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. After you have this all set up, just hit OK. And yeah, so now all the blur is gone. So now we do this. We're gonna convert this to a symbol. Now, for these type of symbols, unless it's all by itself, if it's an animation like this, you want to set this to a graphic symbol. So we're gonna call this Mario. I don't know. I'm gonna say Mario Idle Idle 1, just because that's what it's called, an idle. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just do that, and anyways, so we're gonna center it, Now, okay, so after you have that centered under this thing right here, so we're gonna like, okay, so since this is like being animated in 40 frames per second, we're gonna have to go like a couple frames ahead. So we'll probably fix these frames later, but for right now, I want you to like click this and hit F7, and we're gonna go another 3 frames again, hit F7 again, and we're going to hit F5 2 times. Alright, and now we're going to do that, and we're also going to click this here, the onion skin. That will help us with the onion skin. So, and this is the best part. One of the best things about Animate for the most part is, let's see here. See this green right here? Oh, you probably can't see it that well, but let me just fix that real quick. Give me a minute. I forgot to mention, I'm sorry guys, I forgot to mention that this stage, this screen stage color, if you don't like the color you see before you can always just change it, and see what's happening right there, right now. I'm gonna temporarily turn to this color right here. I'm gonna change it back because it hurts my eyes. If there's like a background color that just hurts your eyes, you can just change to whatever color you want. But for this reason, see this? Oh, give me a minute. Let's turn to red for a minute because I'm gonna really hate this. Okay, so the blue means that the onion skin is looking back in time, and the green skin right here is looking forwards in time. See, Adobe Animate is not that bad. I know some people have a problem with Adobe Animate because it's just so different. But here's one of the good things about it. If you ever decide to switch for it or whatnot, or not, you can use Flash, whatever. I'm not gonna judge you. Anyways, we're gonna align this, real quick. And copy and paste. And oh my gosh, the red is just killing me. Okay. I don't know. I might edit this later down the road just to make it a better intro because I am just a nervous wreck. I don't do tutorials that much, and this is my first time actually doing a tutorial. I'm probably gonna make this episode 0 and just post it before I actually work on the other episodes. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this back to a simple green because my eyes hurt for the most part. All right, we're back to a normal green for the most part. All right, so all right, hit enter, and you can see it. But it's not animating right the way we want to. So, all right, we're gonna go back here, double click it, and we're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that middle one. So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna take this frame right here. We're gonna right click, hit copy frames, hit F7, and we're gonna double click that frame we just created and paste frames. And now the idle should be finished. Here we go. Yep, see? Now we have ourselves as an idle. Okay, one thing I should probably point out is basically, you gotta pay attention more to the heads and the feet for the most part. In the case of this idle animation, you want to pay attention to this foot right here because this foot doesn't move, and it's basically just body, body physics and the stuff that makes sense for the most part. Okay, I'm not a biologist or anything, but I do know how the body works and how it's supposed to move for the most part. So you might want to pay attention to body movement for the most part, and you'll understand how it works. Now in the case of the kill switch of Flash player going out, this still works for the most part. Now I'm recording this before the kill date of when Flash player is supposed to die for the most part, so I have no idea what's going to happen after this, but if you hit this right here, you'll see the animation in action. Right click, zoom in. We're going to zoom into this animation right here. And it's still moving a little bit too fast. So yeah, this is the exact speed of how fast the animation is going to go. So we're going to go right back in. We're going to hit F5 on all the frames. F5, F5, F5. We're going to check again. Zoom in, zoom in. Okay, that's a little better. So that should run normally for the idle. So now we're going to go back into paint.net, and we're going to, let's see here, we're not going to go for another idle, because, now apparently, real quick, I would say for these idles right here, for Mario at least, that you want to align it for the animation for the most part. Now then, let's see here. I think... let's just do it. Let's do the entrance real quick. So we're gonna take this entrance, sprite right here, and just hit copy up here, and we're gonna paste and center for the most. And oof, yeah, this is a big one. Yeah, this is how I import my sprites and how I put things together. So we're gonna trace bitmap like last time. Make sure it's all set right. Hit OK. And actually, there's a faster way to do that, which I'll show later. Next time we do some. But now we're going to align this one. All right, so right now, okay, here's the thing about this one right here. You don't have to move, okay, so for the most part, let's just first let's name this real quick. We're going to call this Mario Entrance. And I'm going to call it extended, through warp pipe. For the most part. So, okay, we're going to hit OK. And this might be an hour-long episode for the most part. Okay, so what you're gonna do, not hit up or down. I would say just use your key, your arrow keys. That's aligned on your keyboard for the most part just to make this sure this is a little faster, we're going to zoom out a little bit, holding control and, moving, zooming out, with the middle stick on your mouse, if you have a middle stick, that is. And we're going to fix this later for the most part, so you don't have to move up and down, but you do have to move left and right for this part right here. So for this one, okay, for this next part, we're just going to hit F7 for, a few times, for the most part. We'll fix this later, guys, so don't worry. And we're going to adjust this so we don't get distracted by the future for the most part, and we'll adjust the blue part later. For now, we're just going to align this. I'm probably going to fast forward this just to save time with the tutorial for the most part. But you can just pause and align it yourself if you want to. All right. I'm probably just gonna, yeah. All right. I'm probably just gonna, fast forward this in Pro. For this last sprite right here, we're gonna hit, we're gonna move it up a few frames and just, and you can use as many frames as you want to, but anyways, we're gonna go back right here. We're gonna hit F5, once here, F5 twice for each of these frames because it will give us fluid animation for the most part. You can read at a steady pace. Or if you want to, leave it down to 2, that's your choice. Otherwise, you will have a fast animation. But I would say, but you're in my tutorial series, and I'm gonna just say this, just to toughen you guys up a little bit. Just follow my every move, all right? Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad animation, And I'm saying that I'm saying that to toughen you guys up a little bit, You're going to have a bad animation if you don't follow my directions. You hear me? Okay. Let's see here. And I'm going to align this. So give me a bit. Okay, I don't have to worry about the pipe, I guess. Alright. Let's see it in action real quick. Okay. So now you can see the movements, but... Okay, hang on, I don't like this. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's going to work. Let me see it. Let me see it again. That's still not what I wanted. Oh, fudge. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. You have to, make sure it's pixel perfect, and make sure it's aligned right. Otherwise, you're going to get some choppy animation that's not good, not pretty to look at, and people are going to judge you for it. So you have to make sure these pixels right here are exactly aligned for the most part, because if it's not, then you're going to have some doo-doo on your hands. You have to look all around the sprite, and this is why the onion skid is more important. So, okay, so you gotta hit those. You have to look around the sprite as much as possible, because if you don't do that, you're gonna have a mess on your hands, and we don't want that, do we? I'm trying to turn you guys into the next X-Fire for the most part. So my reasoning isn't my reasoning. Yeah, questionable. Yes, but actually, yeah, questionable. Yes, but I'm gonna. But trust me, guys, it's gonna help you guys later on down the road. Just trust me on this. Let's see here. All right, let me just fix this real quick. Okay, so when he's in the air, so when he's in the air, it kind of matters a little less, but let's see here. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now we got that entrance up and running. So let's see it in action real quick. Usually these sprites right here. Ooh, wow. Yeah, usually these sprites right here are a little bit tricky to master for the most part. When he's doing a rolling animation like this, it actually, all you have to do is like just center it for the most part and make sure the lines stay in the ball of the roll for the most part. Which we're probably gonna, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that next. Actually, we're gonna do like a ball. We're gonna find a sprite of him rolling for the most part. Let's see here. This might be a better example. Actually, wait a minute. You know what? Let's do rolling type, B right here. So this is a roll you would use to, like, for him to roll out of the way of something, I think. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. How you animate it, that's up to you. So I'm going to trace a bitmap like last time. We're going to call this, we're going to call these Mario roll sprites. So Mario roll 1, because you're going to have more than one roll, trust me. And we're going to, basically we're going to do like last time, but here, we're going to, okay, so this is a roll sprite for the most part. Now, to center this out, you're going to have to, you're going to have to make some major use of the onion skin. And this one's a fast move, so we're just going to do, 2 frames each for each one, so like that. At this point, you should probably know how the F1, F6, and F7 works, so yeah, just take a look at that right here, and when you have that set up, we're going to go back here, and okay, when we have that set up, we're going to just center around. We're just going to zoom out and actually center it, so it actually goes faster. Use your arrow keys to center it. Do not move up and down. That's my only rule for this one. The sprite sheet was put together nicely, so you don't have to move up and down, just move left and right with the arrow keys for the most part. Alright, now we're going to check on this thing to make sure it's, animates right. So hit enter to actually see it in action. Hit it a few times. It might be okay, but there's room for adjusting, so turn that green one off. Let's see here. Alright, so bear with me, guys. My logic has reasons, so... Alright, so... I thought this would be a tough one to understand, but basically, so, okay, Mario's in a ball pose right here for the most part, and basically what you have to do is just you have to do a lot of tests a few times to make sure the ball is actually working, so I think this is fine right here, but I'll leave it up to you to adjust it. But here it is, moving right now. So anyways, this is how he's, rolling right now for the most part. Alright, and you guys are still paying attention, right? Okay, if you just saw a jump scare, that means you're still paying attention, you're not falling asleep on me. So, yeah, I want you guys to pay attention, even though this tutorial is boring. So, but yeah, I'll make sure that people understand that there's something coming if I do put a jump scare or not. And if I decide not to do that, then I'll just edit this conversation out, and this will mean nothing. So, oh well. Anyways, let's see here. I want you guys to pay attention, guys. So, let's see here. Okay, jump A. Here's a hard one we can do. Alright, we're going to do a jump next, so we're going to paste that, same as last time, bitmap, trace bitmap, and we're going to call this Mario jump. So this is a jump where he's going to be in the air, so Mario jump 1, because you probably want more than one jump. Okay, this is going to be episode 0, okay. So, okay, so there's a little trick I usually do with frames for the most part, but we're gonna so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna line these jumps up real quick, and now remember, actually, you want to align the head and the feet, properly. See this thing? Okay, see the onion skin here. Onion skin here in the real sprite right here. So you want to try to align with the head and the feet as much as possible. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get some bad results. And for this jump right here, you're gonna want. Okay, I just cut that out, I guess. You're gonna want to center as much as possible, and make sure you guys are hitting paste in place. Because if you paste in center, it's gonna veer off. I'll show you for example. Paste in center. Okay, it just did that. Okay, here's the difference between paste in place and paste in center. Paste in center, it pastes in the center of your screen. Paste in place, it pastes where you where you copied it. So we're not gonna do that because we already got what we need. Oh, we have an extra frame right here, so we're gonna Okay, so double click this frame, and we're going to hit remove frames for the most part. Now for this one, we're going to extend as many frames as we need to. I would say not too many frames, because you may want to switch a sprite later on in your animation. So not too long, because if you do that, it's going to look weird. But let me see this next real quick. Okay. Now this is why I have you do it in a graphic clip. Okay, so it may not look like it, but okay, so for this one, we're gonna hit. Okay, so if you have this 3 frames, we're gonna hit this 4 more times, I think. Yeah, 4 more times. I think that works. Okay. Okay, for this one, okay, 7 times. 2, 3. I think that should be enough. Heck, 10 times. Alright, this one should be 10 frames, I think. I could be wrong, and there might be some people who know frames per second better than I do, so... Alright, again, we gotta make sure this is aligned, and this is a pain in the butt. You have to look at the corners, very carefully to make sure it's all aligned. So, see this right here? I'll probably zoom this in. You gotta make sure this is all aligned. I know I'm probably repeating myself, but... I'm OCD. I can't help it. Let's see here. I'm OCD and I'm autistic, so what can I do? Not making fun of autistic people, just FYI, but I really am OCD and autistic. So, anyways, so there's how Mario jumps. So now I've seen in other tutorials that you can actually make this a nested jump of some sort. I guess I could probably make that in a separate tutorial, but right now we're gonna make a full character that has all the stuff you need to for decent animation for the most part. Okay, that thing. And actually, we could make a quick animation here. We could make a quick pose we can use. So we're gonna take this one real quick. We're gonna copy this, copy that, just to give Mario a land pose real quick. We're gonna paste this in center. And we're going to convert this. Now, for this one right here, this one is a still sprite, so I would say this is more necessary if you make it into a movie clip in case you want to do a quick effect on it real quick, because movie clips, okay, graphic clips don't move. Graphic clips move, when you actually, hit the SWF button right here. But and actually, I'll show you. Hang on a minute. Mario land pose 1. So we're going to hit OK for that one. Now, okay, here's the difference between a move. Actually, here's a tip I could probably show you real quick. Copy this as well, and paste in center. Now, if you click on this, click on the sprite, and actually go right here. You can actually change it to a movie clip or a button instantly. But here's the difference between graphic clips and a movie clip. So we're in viewfinder mode, and right here, and here's what happens. Hit enter. See, this is the movie clip right here, and this is the one we turned this into a movie clip. This one's moving, but movie clips during the viewfinder, you're going to have a hard time seeing. But if you do this real quick, it actually does move when you see it through the SWF for the most part, but I'm just pointing that out. I'm just pointing that out so you guys know about it. But anyways, we got a land pose ready, so in case you want to make a... I'm going to do this one real quick. The escape dash, I think. Oh, escape dash, that's what it's called? Huh, the more you knew. And actually, I just saw that jump pose real quick, so let's put this one in real quick. Wait, what? Turning opposite, okay. That's what it's called. The more I know. Alright, we copied that. I guess we'll just call it trace bitmap. Okay, make sure this is a still sprite, so movie clip, Mario turn opposite pose 1, just in case, and pardon my spelling, because I'm a piss poor speller, just turn opposite pose 1. This could be something we can use for dashing for the most part. So, okay, trace bitmap for this one as well. And, oh, wait, what am I doing? We're going to call this, okay, turn this to graphic. Mario escape dash And the more I knew, I should have read more into this. So, okay, for this one, this is basically a running sprite, so, I guess for now, we'll just keep it, with 2 frames for this one. Okay, so we have that, just because these were easy sprites to like, mess with. Oh yeah, this one too, the jump dash. In case you want Mario to, like, you know, jump, dash, and run. And actually, there's actually another sprite sheet, hang on. Mario jump dash pose 1. I'll turn this into a movie clip because in case you want to add in some blur effect of some sort or special effects. All right. So oh yeah, let's save your file real quick, just so we don't lose our progress. So if you haven't, oh shoot, we don't want that. Crap. Hang on. So okay, whatever file you saved in, and forgive me, my desktop is a freaking mess because you know, tireless animator. So anyways, I have a tutorial series in the works. So we're gonna call this. Okay, so whatever file you have saved on your computer, I would recommend making a file for all your projects and whatnot, and including sprite libraries like this one. So we're gonna call this Mario Sprite Library. We're gonna save that so you don't lose your progress. I forgot to do that. And once you do that, when you hit the play button, first off, let's check on our progress right here. Zoom in. You always want to check on your progress. Now, see all this animation we have right here? You guys, I did that, and if you guys follow on, you did that too. See how smooth this is? Okay. All right. So, okay, enough lectures. I'm gonna do another one. We're gonna let's see what else we got here. So all the labeling is right here. Apparently this sprite sheet maker has done my job for me for the most part. Okay, you know what? This one seems like a harder one, so we're gonna do this one right here, the down smash. We're gonna do the down smash right here. So we're gonna take this, copy. This one seems like a harder one to follow, so I'm gonna help you guys with this one. So, anyways, we're gonna modify. Oh yeah, one thing, don't hit break apart because that'll land you into some more trouble you have to deal with, which is basically a pain in the ass, and I kind of found things out the hard way. So break apart, this is your worst enemy right now in Adobe Animate, so I would say avoid this at all costs. Again, hit bitmap and trace. Oh yeah, here's another thing I should probably say. Hover. Okay, click on modify, hover over bitmap, and hover over trace bitmap, hit enter, and hit enter twice, and that'll do things fast for you. So, anyways, we're just gonna do this, smash animation. So, Mario down smash. I am so glad this guy labeled our movesets for us. Down smash. I guess that's called the down smash. We'll just call it that. You can name it down smash once, but this is my tutorial and my videos, so you know what? Don't have to listen to me on that part. So, all right. So one thing I just noticed that this moveset is not aligned right, and this kind of does help you out a little bit. See this line that actually randomly generates. It's necessary, and sometimes it does help for the most part. But again, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do things, surgically every time you make a move set like this. So now then, probably another montage. So let's just play the fanfare and actually just do this real quick. And let me just align this real quick, and I'll see you in a bit. So yeah, fast forward montage. My voice is choking. My voice is choking up. I have mucus up my nose. Mucus up my nose. I'm bad at talking. I'm a talkative butthole. YouTube sucks. YouTube, get your head out of your butt. I forgot what I was singing about. Improv my way through this montage. Oh crap. Oh crap, I think I made a boo-boo. Yeah, okay, this is kind of like one of the things I kind of rushed through for the most part. You see these pixels right here. Yeah, this could have dark. Again, you can actually do whatever you might want when you actually line this. But if you see stuff like this, it usually means it's sprites I kind of copied and are into the future for the most part. Like this, for example, it's probably something that was on Mario's foot. And if you encounter something like this, just don't worry. Just go slow and realign it to where you think you cut it off, which is right here where Mario's boot is. So, and this will align things up and snap on back to place. So it's not a major issue, but it's something to keep in mind about as you're animating the moves you do. So anyways, back to my little squeaking singing montage. I'll be back. Okay, this one took me a while to put together, so this one's a little bit tricky because of shit, come on, man. Pop. Okay. Anyways, this one was kind of tricky because of how complex it was. See how it's animated right here. So, anyways, this one was a little tricky because of, as you can see right here, Mario crouches down, he puts his hand on the ground, and we kind of, and the animation kind of, and kind of focuses on his arm a little bit for the most part, and then after he's done making that smash move, right here, so right here, he touches ground on the ground, removes his hand, and goes back to his idle position right here. And I figured doing this one because this one might be a little bit tricky. So, okay, so it kind of switches from his feet to his hand, and then back to his feet again for the most part. So this one you have to figure, you have to mostly just see what he does in the animation for the most part. You really got to pay attention to these things and make sure this is all aligned right, because, like I said, if you go in this haphazardly, you're gonna have some choppy results for the most part. But usually what you want to do is just focus more on the feet and the head, and in some occasions the arms. Depending on what type of move the character does for the most part. In this case, it kind of switches to two points you need to focus on, which is basically the feet and the hands for the most part. So, anyways, that one was the down smash. So, all right. So now we just animate the down smash. Let's see the results real quick. Okay, I say that's good enough. We can always, fix that later, and depending on what type of animator you are. And now let's do a cycle, a walk cycle. Come on, man. And let's see here. We already did jump A. Let's see here. Dash forward. Dash. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is running? That looks more like walking than running. Oh boy. I said I would do a walk cycle, but... Alright, hang on a second. I'm going to do a jump cut here and actually get another sprite sheet out that's going to help us with this thing, so give me a minute. Okay, reinstate the footage. Okay, guys, I kind of forgot to put a sprite sheet. This is another sprite sheet that I'm probably going to link to the description right now, but basically this is an SMBZ sprite sheet made by JM Krebs. You might know this guy for, that one series. I don't know, I forgot which series it was, but I'll probably link this sprite sheet to the DeviantArt page of where this sprite sheet comes from. But anyways, we're gonna right-click this, and Actually, I'm just gonna plop it into like paint.net because some of you might not have this open. But if you do have it, just right click, open with paint.net for the most part. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna plop it in like so. And when you do that, you hit open. Don't add layer, otherwise you're gonna have another mess on your hands, and we don't want that. All right, so we're gonna put in a run cycle next, and maybe after that, I'll probably put in a walk cycle if. Oh no. Okay, wrong. Oh my gosh, that's an epic fail right there. Oh, I just wasted people's time. Okay. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do a walk cycle. We're gonna just do this one. Like, no. I can't do it. I'm not gonna half-ass this. Okay. Okay. This thing says running, but I don't think it's running. I think it's walking. So if you want to name it running, that's fine by me. I think. Okay, this part right here is what is that? Wait a second. What the heck? Oh wait, I see why. Shadow shoe. Okay, we're gonna go running cycle B. So but I'm gonna call it walk cycle 1. So all right, that. Okay, so just take these real quick. This will be our okay. Okay, these two right. Okay, these two right here are going to be like our walking and run cycle, because there's a run cycle I wanted real quick to show you guys, but I just don't know where it is right now. I don't want to dig through my desktop, when I'm in the middle of recording. So we're going to trace bitmap with both of these. So bitmap, trace bitmap, and we're going to call this one. It may look like a running cycle. Hang on, I got to make sure. May look like a running cycle. I'm going to call it Mario Walk Cycle 1 because it looks like a walk cycle. Fight me. And this one is going to be our running cycle. Mario Running Cycle. So we're going to have these up and ready for you guys to work with. So, and after this, I'm going to show you how to set up hertz real quick. So let's just montage, both these cycles real quick, and I'll get back to you in a jiffy. And I think I'm gonna do this quietly. So while I do this, I'll have some epic music playing, and you guys are paying attention, right? Good. All right. Okay. Alright, we're back. So now we got the walk cycle and the run cycle up and running. So, and I just might have used the wrong run cycle, I think. Oh no, I used the right one, but okay, that's screwy. Okay. Huh. They gave us two choices with these run cycles right here. Why are they? Okay, I'm just, I'm not questioning it. Okay. Okay, for the most. Okay, so back to the run walk cycles real quick. Okay, here's where you have to pay attention more to the feet and to the to the head for the most part. Okay, so judging by the way the sprite structure is made, Mario's legs are kind of short and stubby and whatnot. And you can see like the head's moving up and down. For the most part, yeah, that's probably normal for the most part. Okay. So Mario's sprite, is mostly flat. So you can see how the movement works like that. All the sprites down here are aligned for the most part, and it kind of moves well. And the guy, And like I said before, the guy who made the sprite sheet kind of aligned these sprites up, up just right. So for the most part, so you have to move left and right of this. But we have to, okay. So you really have to pay attention to, when you're making a run cycle and a walk cycle for the most part. You have to pay attention to mostly with the head. How it moves up and down, and see how this moves right for the most part. Head and the feet are your best friend of trying to figure out how to line the sprite up with the run cycle for the most part. But some characters, however, are not Mario for the most part. So some characters, have longer legs and more skinnier legs than this. So aligning it with just the feet is kind of like a hard one right here, because you can't always tell where you're going. So that's where you have to pay attention to the head for the most part. And probably another thing I could probably show you real quick. Let me just show you real quick. Is, let's see here. It's drawing a line, to where you want the sprites to be for the most part, so you can actually line this up, so that way you see how fluent that is. It kind of, you can tell where Mario's stepping for the most part. If you ever run into a character that has a run or walk cycle that kind of, like, moves out of bounds or whatnot, and you can't tell where to put it, I would say just draw a square to where your base sprite starts running in the cycle, and just work off that for the most part. We're just gonna get rid of that. But anyways, oh yeah, and the frame rate for a run cycle like this would be like this. So get a good look at that, and the walk cycle up above, and this one I would say technically it's a run cycle, but I'm calling it a walk cycle. It'll be 3 frames, in 40 frames per second. Anyways, test video, and we'll see it in motion. This is like a good motion to see it, and see how fluent that runs, for the most part. And Mario's just bouncing up and down like a moron. Oh well, not gonna worry about it. I'm pretty sure there's better run cycles I can probably show you, but anyways, there's that. All right, let's do a damage one, just to show, I could at least show you how to line that one. Let's see, we got a smash. Actually, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Okay, these are aligned just right for you to use, reuse, and abuse. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to grab these by its labels for the most part. And so, okay, now we're going to practice multiple, things at once we can work on later for the most part. So, okay, we just grabbed all this. We're going to modify, bitmap it, trace bitmap, and we're going to, basically what you're going to do next, you're just going to name all these moves, correctly of how they're labeled for the most part. We're going to call this Mario Stunned, and you can edit that later. And Mario Hurt 1. Now here's the thing about Mario Hurts. For the most part, you can now here's okay. So there's more than one hurt because of the labels. For the most part, we're gonna copy the label. We're gonna move this. We're not gonna sever Mario's head. We're gonna move that aside. We're gonna take this. Hover. Mario Hurt 2. Yep. So, oh, what the heck? Okay, so we're going to call this Mario Hurt 3. Okay, we're going to just Mario Hurt 3, and we're going to call this Mario Hurt 3.0, just so we can label it right. And, oh, here's some base. Okay. And this one we're just going to call Mario. Okay, hang on. This one, Hurt 4, we're going to call this Mario Knockout Hurt, or KO, whatever you want to call it. Because it looks like he's being knocked back and being thrown flat on the ground. And these are like separate hurts, so let's see here. Where are we here? Mario Hurt 3.0. Okay, we're just going to call this My advice: make sure your Mario Hurt 4. We're going to turn this into a movie clip. Just going to copy that so we don't lose our position. You know, copy if you have to. So Mario Hurt 5. Mario Hurt 6. And this is like a big, thing I should probably mention, you guys. Make sure you never end on 6 because it's a bad omen. It's like bad luck and it could cause you trouble. I don't know. Anyways, Mario Hurt 8? I think it was 8. Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Mario Hurt 9. And here's a dead pose. Mario. Okay, so we're going to call this Mario dead pose. Or, actually, to label it right, yeah, here's the thing, here's the thing I should probably mention that, Flash/Animate kind of like, alphabetizes your movie clips/graphic clicks. So when you do that, make sure you kind of label them correctly. Otherwise, you're going to get a messy, library. And we're going to call this Mario Hurt Dead Pose. So, example of what I'm talking about. Go to where property is right here. Now go to library. Click that. And see, here's all our libraries and bitmaps for the most part. All right, let's see here. Do we have it? Okay, everything is a. So see these are all the bitmaps of all the stuff we kind of imported from paint.net right here, and we don't really need these in our file anymore. So we can just, if you want to keep them in your file, that for later reference, but that's fine. But since we since we kind of like trace the bitmaps of all these things right here, we don't really need these anymore. If you want to keep them, that's fine. If you want to like restock, but I'm just going to delete them. So just select them all, and just hit delete, and they're all still here. See, nothing to it, right? Anyways, here's what we have so far. Here's all our move sets right here. Mostly there's a lot of hurt stuff. But yeah, generally what I like to do is I would like to keep this out as much as possible because of it's all right here, and you can actually see your animations in the works. Anyways, we got all this stuff right here. I'm probably gonna do another montage of all this stuff right here, so I'll be back with you in just a bit. Here's some epic music while I do it. Do it. Oh yeah, maybe I should mention something about momentum or body movement. I think see this right here. I think. Oh, here's a sprite where I have to move this down a little bit. Okay, so you got think of how you're. Okay, so here's a tip I should probably say. When you see sprites that are difficult to understand in most parts, I would say get up, walk around and move your body a little bit and try to figure out how your body actually moves, for the most part, and how the characters, any character really would move, in real life for the most part. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, this is animation. You'll make whatever the hell you want, but again, there should be some limits in physics involved that actually kind of make sense for the eyes to understand for the most part. Because if you have just go gung ho, most people are not going to understand what you're making. Like this right here, I mean, you'll see how his head kind of moved back a little bit for the most part. I mean, it kind of just like moved by a frame, but for the most part, but you kind of can see the way of when he gets knocked out for the most part. So there's a little tip for that. So anyways, back to the montage a little bit. I think this might be a good opportunity to show you how to add in more frames. In case you want this to drag out just enough for your animation just to make sense or something to replicate from the games for the most part. Okay, so you know how Mario faints in the SS or it gets stunned like this for the most part. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit like F6 for these here for the most part. And the last parts I kind of just cut out right here, which is basically where he's on his butt, wiggling around like an idiot. For the most part, what we're going to do here right now is first off we're going to make sure these are aligned first. Okay, let's make sure these are like aligned just right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these right here. And this is what I'm estimating of how much that stripping animation does. So it's up to you to extend it, but basically paste frames for the most part. Just paste frames. Okay. So what we're going to do here, just F5, F7 for this part, and okay, we're gonna align this real quick. Align this real quick. We're going to align this real quick, and align both of these so they make sense for the most part. So, all right, gonna hit F7 a few times just to make sure we got it right. Okay. Now it kind of just clips, to where. Make sure these are aligned right. Again, use the head and the butt for this part right here. So, again, you got to find the landmarks and the vantage points of where to align your animation, and it's always changing every time you do so. So, again, the head and the feet, and in some cases the torso and the hands, are your best friends. So, anyways, doing it again. Just like I said, just copy and paste all the animations you. Oh my gosh, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine for this tutorial. Okay, so just copy and paste this stuff right here, and just keep pasting it until you put enough down. Oh, must accidentally hit copy. Actually, I'm going to test this real quick. And shoot. Okay, make sure you actually. Okay, make sure you actually have this right. Okay, so. Alright, F1 on these real quick. I'm going to copy this again. Alright, so there might be some jittering in this one. I know I said you got to make sure you animate it right, but I think this is okay for now. And so in some cases this is okay, but not all the time. So don't do this all the time. So anyways, 2 seconds. And actually, we can actually make this own. We actually can make this its own file. So we're gonna just do that real quick. Copy frames, and oh, that looks stupid. Oh, that really looks stupid. Okay, we're just gonna do it anyway. It's just a. Okay, so when you want to make your own clip, we're going to go down right here to where new symbol is. You want to make this a graphic clip, remember that. And we're going to name this, Mario stunned and on his butt, because, I like to make funny labels sometimes, so fight me. Paste frames. And alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna fix this real quick. Yeah, I knew I messed something up. Okay. Okay, so apparently for this one, the butt is the main, vantage point you want to follow. So yeah, this is where I think. I don't know. Okay. So now we're gonna take this and put it out. Okay, hang on. Make sure you grab this, in your sprite libraries. We're going to take this, Mario stunned on his butt, and, I guess it's a pick your poison scenario, I think, And I'm probably betting you can use this. Oh, no, that's two separate things, and actually the same thing can be said for the tripping animation, so we're just going to take this as well and do the same. So go down here to new symbol, Mario, about to trip, his buttocks. Yeah, forget that. Just gonna call it butt. His butt, because, you know, family friendly. Because then we're gonna paste the frames here, and here we go. About the trip on his butt. Here we go. So now you have two of the same flavors. You know, two of them mixed together, but probably poorly executed. But you know, let's see here. Mario hurt too, so. I'm gonna get back to this montage real quick. So yeah, fast forward, listen to my singing yet again, or listen to fast music. You know. Here, cue the music, folks. Whatever did happen to Alan tutorial? You kind of just left without a goodbye, you know? Well, maybe he died at some point. Who knows? Okay, maybe I lied. There might be some errors the sprite maker did do that's kind of infuriating. Let's see here. Hang on a minute. And I could be wrong, and I'm probably not seeing things right, but let's see. I still gotta align it right. Here we go, and here we go. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so we got the hertz all lined up. So hope you guys, you know, followed the montage for the most part. And let's group these all together so we don't lose our so we don't forget where we are. You know, this is why I had you make a big canvas. You know, because so you can see things better. All right, we're gonna play this. Well, there's some quality entertainment for you folks. Actually, to fix that, we're gonna have to, like, you know, just give this guy these things like 2 frames. This is why we add these extra frames, because we want to avoid stuff like that. So, okay, all right, let's just see in action again. Well, I didn't make these sprites. I only aligned them, so don't blame me. Blame the guy who made this. So, and don't get any ideas either. All right. It seems right. Okay, so now we got the hertz done. I think let's see here. So what do we got so far? Let's see here. We got ourselves an entrance right here, an idle, you know, a decent idle for the most part. We got ourselves a roll animation, you know, probably for rolling for the most part. Let's put in a fall animation. I think you guys are going to need that. Let's see here. Now, there's more hertz sprites for you to go through for the most part. And actually, there's actually a recovery animation being carried. Oh, actually, there's like a lot of recovery animations you can actually use. So, let's see here. I think for the most part, Mario is mostly on his back. For the most part. Screw it. I'll just put... We're gonna, like, you know, put that stuff in, and I'm gonna probably have you guys, you know, figure out how this works for the most part. Actually, this will be a quiz for you guys. The faint animation. I'm gonna put. Okay, you're gonna follow along and put this in. I'm gonna, you know, give you guys, like, you know, something to do as homework. So, okay, here's your homework right here. Is basically to align these right, you know, for the most part. Mario, faint. faint 1 because they're probably so. Here's your homework, guys. You guys are gonna like animate this yourselves. What you're gonna do is you're gonna align the head and the feet, to where for these parts right here. Figure out how many frames this is gonna need from what I just showed you so far, and then you're gonna like probably like align the feet with these feet right here, and make sure he lands in the right direction, so he actually like falls right. So this one might be a tough quiz for you. This one might be an interesting quiz for you to do, okay? And it's probably like necessary. And actually, to add more to the pile, let's add in the recovery as well. So here's your homework, guys. It's your job right after this video is to animate this this faint and recovery animation. Because I don't know, maybe you have a scenario where Mario lands on his front side. Okay, recovery 1. Okay. So yeah, there's that for you. Okay. So okay, so that's your homework, for after this video, is to figure out how this actually works. So again, do not move up and down with these, all right? Do not move up and down. In fact, I'm going to type it on this. I'm probably going to type, edit this and type this. Do not move these sprites up and down, otherwise you're going to get bad results, okay? And let's see. What I'm doing here is just like, labeling these and for you to follow along. Recovery 2. That's your homework for this one. Okay. So we've got a recovery. We're going to get... In fact, I'm going to make you do the fall animation too, actually. Your second job is to fix the fall animation, and it's the one I'm going to select for you. And I want you to do too as well, because... Oh, that's weird. Actually, I think the fall animation might just be one sprite. So, Okay, there's 2 landings right here, and I want you guys to separate these out. So I'm going to select both of these at once. And I want you guys to separate this out as well. Actually, I'm going to just do it for you. I'm going to show you and do it for you. So this is going to be your homework, guys, is to like, do these animations yourself. Mario landing 1. Mario landing 2. All right? Remember I said that the feet and the head are your actual main focal points of understanding how this body works, for the most part, yeah. And, okay. So again, do not move up and down, okay? Alright, so this is your homework right here, guys, is to finish these animations on your file as well, Alright, but I think I'm going to do like a few attacks. Okay, strong down, strong. Okay, these sprites are weird, so. Alright, so we did a smash attack, and we did a few kick attacks, so. Okay, A lot of these involves, more. Ah, here we go. Let's go with this one. Mario forward punch. Actually, this will be. Let's go with this one. This one's more expressive. Mario forward punch. We're going to label this and name it. So I've done this sprite library enough. I have not done any decent attacks. Okay, so this one is going to be a little bit tricky. Mario forward punch, and we're gonna get more attacks. Some of these are also going to be homework for you guys to do, for the most part. Okay, this one this one might be an interesting one to work with. So we're gonna go with this one because Mario kicking looks like he's expressive. Again, you can put the other kick in if you want, but I'm choosing what I think are the best. So, what is this? Mario kick one. Okay, Mario forward kick, huh? All right, Mario forward kick. We're gonna call it forward kick 2. And this one will be another homework assignment for you guys to deal with. So we're going to take this. We're going to do that. We're going to just do this, trace bitmap. And this is probably going to be a long freaking tutorial. I'm sorry, guys. Mario forward kick 1. But I want to do this one real quick. I actually want to do this one. Okay, this one has a few examples of, you have to just actually I may or may not have to do this one. Actually, I'm going to do it anyways. So, another montage. Listen to me singing, I guess. Super Mario. Yeah, Super Mario. He's the hero. Super Mario. Mario, Super Mario. Mario, Super Mario. Okay, so here's probably one of the things of, you have to keep an eye on, you have to use both the feet and the head, for this part right here, so. Alright, of course, in this tutorial, so I'm gonna probably, do more homework assignments after this, so give me a minute. Super Mario. Go Mario. Okay, go Mario. Okay, so, let me move that pixel forward. Super Mario. Alright, let's get a keyframes or animate here. Huh. I think the sprite maker did, gone and goofed again, so hang on, just, let's see if, hang on a sec, don't act on this part, give me a minute. I gotta see something. Yeah, okay. Okay, see, this sprite before the main kick part, I would say take this and that'll actually make it look better. Yeah, I think the sprite maker kind of goofed on this part right here, so yeah, just do that. Anyways, back to your regular humming session. Super Mario. Oh no. Super Mario. Super Mario. Super Mario. Again, Super Mario. Okay. Okay. I know I said don't move them up and down, but I guess in this case, it doesn't really seem right. So I'm gonna move. I'm only gonna do this once. So give me a minute. Okay. All right, that looks right. Almost. Okay. Super Mario. Alright, guys, we're getting near the end of this tutorial, soon, so I won't keep you guys for that much longer. Okay, so this is episode 0, so FYI, of a much larger, walkthrough series I'm going to be doing. Because we're actually going to be making a sprite animation with me. You guys are going to, follow my instructions and make a sprite animation for the most part. I'm just getting you guys prepped up as much as possible. So anyways, I'm going to set up some homework for you guys for you to deal with, and so this is going to be like your homework for later on. Okay, let me just grab a few more move sets right here for you to use. Okay, I'm gonna bitmap these. Okay, I'm gonna close Mario kick 1. Copy and paste that. I think I repeat myself enough times already, and you guys are still listening, right? Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so alright, this is gonna be your homework. You're gonna you're going to take these movesets right here and you're going to animate them, align them right with the feet and the head for the most part. I would say focus more on the feet, and unless it's necessary to focus more like, let's say, the torso or the body. So, alright, like this for example, you might want to focus on the head. You know, align the head up as much as possible, and then when you hit the ground, align with the feet. Or better yet, just, you know, just don't move these up and down at all, and you'll do just fine. Anyways, I'm gonna find a few more. Okay, here's a side smash you guys can use. Oh, here's a trick in Paint.net you can probably do. Let's see here. Hold Alt, and you can actually get rid of some sprites you don't need, like this, for example. I don't want this, so because I want the more angry-looking Mario, or focus Mario, we'll call it that. We're gonna side smash. And oh yeah, this is another. So effects right here. So this is probably another surprise, you know, pop quiz you can probably do. Effects, you know, they basically, you know, they're basically structured like the roll function, where you can where basically this right here is basically like the roll, just you gotta like, you know, align it right from the center on up, and for the most part. But in the case of an explosion, for the most part, you want the smoke to rise a little bit. So, and actually, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna do the explosion real quick. I'm gonna show you how to do effects like this. And first off, you want to align it right, just like so. That should be fine. And okay, we're gonna call this Mario Smash Explode effect, because why not? Now, yeah, that's also another thing I should probably point out. You can actually make sprite libraries for effects only as well, just to keep things more organized. Because I actually do have, like, you know, effects libraries you can actually use to your advantage. But, well, not unless you ask, that is. But yeah, I actually have like effects, you know, stored up all the time, so that I can use them for later in case I need to. So that way I'm not going like through the sprite sheets over and over again. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna do a montage of this one real quick. So BRB.
Boom! Here comes the boom! Here comes the boom! Here comes the boom! Boom in stereo system. Stereo system. Boom in stereo system. Stereo. Boom in stereo system. Boom in stereo system. Boom in out the stereo. Boom in stereo system. Anyone listen? Boom in out stereo system. Stereo. Boom in. This goes out to anyone listening. Boom in out stereo system. Keep out the stereo. Boom in out stereo system. Boom in out stereo system. Keep out the show. Stereo. Yo. Now then, okay.
Okay, so right here, effects, you might want to, after you do an effect, you might want to put like a blank keyframe like right here too, and you know, extend it out a little bit. You know, it's up to you how you want to animate it, but wait, what? Of course I messed up again. Actually, it's not needed. I don't have to worry about it. Anyways, here's a typical explosion. You can see maybe the dust might be rising a little bit, but still. Alright. It ain't perfect, but it works. So yeah, okay. Here's your homework for these moves. Mario side smash. And okay, let's see, the side smash is done. Let me just put in more homework for you guys to deal with. Okay, so attacks A, B, and C.
Next, I'm going to go for more focus poses, so. Okay, these we're going to call. Oh, this is why I labeled them. Okay. We're going to attack A. We're going to attack A. Follow on, guys. We're going to attack B. Attack C. Alright, this is going to be your new homework. For the most part, is to align these. More homework for you guys to deal with. Let's see. Any more text I'm missing?
Alright. I think at this point, I think I'll let you guys, choose what attacks you want to use from the sprite sheet. I'll also link this sprite sheet as well, in case you guys want, in case you guys want some attacks from here as well. In fact, some of these attacks, only take like 2 sprites, and some are difficult to follow, and I'm not going to do all of them, so let's see here. So your attacks here I can show you that works. Yeah, I'll just do this one real quick. It's only 2 sprites, so we're gonna call this. Okay, we're gonna select this real quick. So this is one of the sprites used in the popular SMBZ. Alright, we're gonna do this one real quick. So trace this bitmap. There's some sprites that that you can probably use as poses for the most part. Mario, quick, kick, air. We'll just label it as an SMBZ just to organize things a bit. And this one is a quick one, so we'll just expand this. Okay. Okay, here's another probably pro thing. If you cut sprites or copy sprites outside the movie clip it and hit paste and center, you're not gonna see it right away. So paste and place them in. Okay, so this is one of the few times you hit paste and center so you can find your sprite real easily. So we're just gonna align this. This is why I chose paste and place, and this is kind of why, just to avoid stuff like that. Okay, I guess you could probably add other sprites to that as well. Like maybe say for example, we'll just add this one to it because you can actually customize the sprites a little bit. So we're gonna hit F6 right here. We're gonna select this, delete it, and paste it in center because it's messed up now, and just plop it in the middle. See, now we got ourselves a custom move. See. Yeah, okay, let's move some of those frames so we can see it better. See? Yeah, that looks good. You can make custom moves out of this, but I would suggest, following the sprite sheet from the follow from the original sprite sheet. But yeah, there's a custom move there for you to use. And we got more bitmaps in our library, so just delete those bitmaps, I think. Let's make sure we don't have any. Let's save real quick. So, oh, it's saved for me. Okay. Okay, I think I already saved. Okay. Make sure you save oftenly. So we're gonna delete these. Okay, none of them disappeared, so I guess we all did the bitmaps. Alright, I guess it'll be up to you to to make your homework assignment is to fix the homework assignments I've set out for you to do. I left in the Flash file, but also your homework assignment is to take the sprite sheets I linked to you in the description and actually make a Mario sprite sprite library of just base Mario. Any extra credit you want to do, you can probably make a fire Mario library, or I don't know, or group them all together. But I would kind of recommend starting with a base Mario library first, of all the Mario sprites you want. Like here for example, maybe you want some sprites from SMBZ, they're all right here, or maybe you want sprites from Smash, there's some right here to be had as well. Just give credit to the original sprite owners. And okay, so let's look at our progress so far. Now these won't move until you animate them, so there's that. They're all in graphic files, and I'm pretty sure you guys followed my every move. And if you didn't, then I don't know what to tell you. This is basically a tutorial where you just follow my every move. So, anyways, we got ourselves an entrance, an idle, roll animation, a jump animation, and I still didn't give you guys a fall animation. What am I doing? You know what? Okay. You guys can still work on the land animation, but I'm going to give you guys a fall animation to work with. So I'm going to give you a fall pose, so that way you guys are not left in the dark for the most part. But still, homework, guys. Anyways, paste and center. We're going to call this Mario Fall Pose 1, or 21, 1. Make that a movie clip, and there you go. Save. Okay, I think that's it, guys. But I think before we go, I think I'm going to show you what a real sprite library looks like before I actually close this off, so give me a few. Alright, what we have right here is basically the Sonic library I use for Sonic vs. Mega Man, for the most part. And basically, what I have right here is all the Sonic sprites I have so far, and I probably still have more to add in later future. And oh yeah, there's the Sonic sprite I use for the collab. You know, that dumb face right there. Anyways, this is basically, you know, the capabilities of what an actual sprite library is capable of. So if we test movie, like right here in the Sonic character sprites, and you don't have to follow because you don't have a Sonic sprite library, but well, if you do want to follow, you know, here they all right here. If you guys want, well, actually I'll do this anyways. I'll link I will link I'll link it to some sprite sheets of where to get these Sonic sprites for the most part. But yeah, basically what you see right here is the capability of what a sprite library would actually look like, you know, for the most part. And now you understand and see why sprite libraries are very useful to have, and you probably should, you know, consider, like, you know, doing. I mean, I don't know. Mark Haynes did tell me at one point that that it kind of may not be necessary to make sprite libraries because you may not use every sprite you actually, you know, put in a sprite library. However, I would consider, you know, doing this anyway in case you, like, you know, want to, you know, you want to, like, you know, have animations for later in a more organized fashion. At the very least, you know, and if you're gonna jump right ahead and do animations right away, you just using paint.net and just animating I would suggest, you know, taking those animations and making a separate file, you know, for said animations, you know, and then you'll have a sprite library that you'll have for later on in future times. So this has been episode 0 of my, you know, walkthrough series, you know, where you kind of, you know, watch and animate with me, because yeah. Next episode, hopefully we're going to start digging into and actually making, you know, an actual sprite fight itself. So, and you know, it's going to be like a quick one where I'm going to show you some basics of how to do things for the most part. You know, so episode 1 is basically we're just going to do some character movement. We're going to probably make a story, you know, like a quick, you know, sprite fight story, you know, for people to follow and for you to, you know, to work off and expand upon. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to listen and, you know, watching me make the sprite library, and I hope you find this helpful. I am the Angry Cyborg, Xfire MH, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.